Healthy people don't go to doctors, rich people don't take out loans, and strong people don't like being told what to believe in. And this is why those in charge want to keep you unhealthy, poor, and weak, which we're going to be addressing in this video. Of course, going over all the latest developments, including ones surrounding vitamin D with context to your immune system, which we're going to be discussing in a physical sense, but also in an intellectual sense, since, of course, there is a massive suppression of a clean, healthy system that is being flooded with utter nonsense and crap that we're going to be uncovering in this video. Pretty much just like we do every video, which is here for you every day for free, mainly because of your support. And one easy way to support us is by checking out our health store, cleanhealthyhappy.com. The link will be down in the description below. And yeah, this is a business that a friend of mine runs. They have pretty good rates. They ship out to you quickly. I personally like them, and I think you will too. Now, before even just jumping into all the latest developments when it comes to vitamin D and the really eye-opening findings that are coming out right now related to the sickness, before getting into the physical immune system, I wanted to talk about the intellectual immune system, which of course is built on exposure to many different ideas, many different pathogens, concepts, data, facts, opinions, that then our mind is strengthened with exposure to good ideas and bad ideas, with of course this incredible thing that happens called discernment. Concept that I think many mainline, mainstream media following zombies and YouTube technocrats have totally forgot about, since of course it is the ability to judge well. Which, surprise, surprise to the YouTube moderator watching this, we as human beings have. But by sheltering us from what you perceive as bad ideas, you are creating an immune response that will backfire and create a societal sickness. And again, this concept is very well laid out in this article that is titled YouTube Censorship of Dissenting Doctors Will Backfire by the Foundation for Economic Education. And this idea of quarantining ideas is just as bad as quarantining healthy individuals, since of course it creates a very dangerous situation that will only prolong human suffering, that will essentially create more harm. And if you believe an idea is bad, you don't ban it, you counter it with better information and let people decide what is best for them as individuals. And censorship and the cleaning of, quote, non-politically safe information, text, data, squeegee cleaning it off the internet will only create the backfire effect, as of course these entities doing this are proving themselves to use the weapons of tyrants and cowards. And we would be kidding ourselves if we're not seeing already some of these effects of the backfire effect, as most people are rejecting the bull crap that is shoved down their throat. And that is mainly happening, one, because of the censorship, but also people opening up their minds to new perspectives. This, of course, is something that the mainstream media has been fighting against. They have been trying to hold on and do the bidding of the old guard for a very long time. That's historically what they do. They try to keep those in power while preventing new ideas from arising, which threatens the power that they serve. This is why Malcolm X historically said, the media's the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. And with the crazy, extraordinary situation that all of us are dealing with, that's exactly what is happening right now. There's been a lot of emphasis and a lot of push toward gain of function research, which of course the United States, along with Canada, was financing and doing in Wuhan, China, trying to make viruses more deadlier than they already were. When the US government pulled funding for this gain of function, quote, research, meanwhile, it's been explained as, of course, building a bioweapon by many other experts. When this was stopped, the media, along with some government plutocrats, started screaming in pain and agony and horror of why they couldn't continue to make viruses more deadlier than they were before. Since, again, during this research, many times these weaponized viruses get out and infect human beings, causing human suffering. This has happened many times before, and this is something that the media wants you to think is a great thing and should continue. Another thing that has been obviously obscured here during all of this madness is, of course, the conversation surrounding vaccines, which, according to Donald Trump, will fix everything, will be here any moment, as the U.S. military is buying hundreds of millions of vials to inject you with, as Donald Trump is laying out plans to rapidly deploy the military to, quote, give you these vaccines very rapidly. Meanwhile, even Dr. Fauci, even the World Health Organization, many studies, and even, common sense, since of course there never was a vaccine against this kind of coronavirus ever, along with now a leaked Pentagon memo showing, of course, that according to their assertions, vaccines won't be reliable at all. And again, this have to be very eye-opening to a lot of people if they're still able to watch this, since of course a lot of people are just totally deleted from our subscriber list. This video gets downranked in the algorithm because we're talking about these important subjects. So yet again, a leaked Pentagon memo is showing that this sickness will be going on until the summer of 2021, and that most likely there won't be any vaccine. But don't worry, put all your faith in this man, Bill Gates, whose main advisor and also the person who works at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, coincidentally is also the executioner of Jeffrey Epstein's will. And even though he is not a medical scientist nor a doctor, somehow a lot of the mainstream media wants you to put your faith in one of the world's richest men. The same guys pushing GMOs, has an extremely huge stake in GMO companies like Monsanto, the same company that knowingly is paying out billions of dollars after court proceedings have found them guilty of knowingly spreading and causing cancer all over this world. And while the mainstream media bombards us with how great Bill Gates is, how soon the vaccine is going to come and help everyone, how we need to continue this gain of function research, one thing that they're not talking about is, of course, your own physical immune system, which is a key central component. This is why from the very beginning I've been telling people, hey, if there ever was a time to take care of yourself and your immune system, it is now. It's been a message that I've been talking about for a very long time, and that can't be reiterated anymore, especially after the latest findings and new scientific studies finding out that vitamin D plays a crucial role on how your body handles this sickness. If you are lacking in vitamin D, your chances of critically catching the coronavirus and ending up in a hospital, your chances of even dying from this when you lack vitamin D and are deficient in it, rises extremely. Now, this is something very important since, of course, many people are very deficient in vitamin D, and according to some initial studies, 70% of Europeans suffer from low vitamin D intake. Now, you could get your vitamin D from many different sources, including diet, supplements, but most importantly, the best way to get vitamin D is by being outside and getting some sun. This should make you question why there has been such an emphasis on the government keeping you locked inside of your home, while, of course, some governments even went as far as to hunt down people in nature by themselves and arrested them for the horrible crime of being outside. Which, again, the preliminary initial health studies are showing that in doing so, in getting vitamin D, your chances of dealing with this sickness are dramatically increased. And that, of course, just makes me want to pull my crazy long hair out that I still haven't had a chance to get a haircut for here in New York City since it's been totally locked down. I have been going to nature. Any chance I get to go into nature, into the woods, get some sun, I take advantage of that. I've been saying to do that for a very long time. I'm still recommending it to you as much as you can. And again, just for simply talking about this, I risk my channel being fully deleted by YouTube, that of course is polluting our intellectual immune system. And I still take that risk every single day here because this is important information that needs to be shared with as many people as possible. A lot of people are being victimized by this entire crazy situation A lot of them have been completely taken over by fear or just some delusions, not looking at the exact data here, while of course pushing their theories and beliefs like they're holy. And again, they're not. They're something that should change when the data and information change. Whenever information changes, so should your mind. That's what you're supposed to do. And if you have a person that's coming down with the same conclusions every single time, no matter what the issue, no matter what the data, no matter what the information, if they're still coming to the same conclusion every damn time in every single video, you really have to start asking yourselves if you're watching someone that's an intellectually honest, open-minded person, or a brainwashed one, or even worse, someone doing the brainwashing. And when you only hear information from one perspective, you're not only limiting yourself, you're hurting yourself, just like you would your immune system, since of course, just being exposed to the same ideas won't benefit you as much as, of course, expanding your mind, your perspectives, your beliefs by actually doing some critical thinking. Don't close yourself off. Don't reinforce what you already believe, because when you do that, you hide yourself from the reality of things, including the bigger truth that is being denied to you by such actions. Again, they want you mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially unhealthy, poor, and weak. The best way to fight that is by taking care of your immune system, including the intellectual immune system, which nationally is suffering just like most people's health. So yeah, that's my analysis of it. That's how I see things. What do you think? Do you think I was wrong? If you think so, let me know why in the comment section below. I always appreciate the different perspectives. I always appreciate the different voices. There's a lot of criticism to go around, and of course, that's easy to delve out there. Critical, constructive criticism, though, that's something that really is very valuable and something that I truly do appreciate it. Just know that. Please share this video with your friends and family members, as of course YouTube is going to really ream me out and kick my cojones and really go out of their way to punish us as much as they can, because we said the terrible words vaccine and vitamins. Those are big no-no. Oh, no. Don't you dare talk about that. You better trust Mr. Bill Gates and the mainstream media about those topics. Again, what's happening out there is utterly insane, and you guys sharing this video is more important than ever. So for the few people that do, this is why I love you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.